Mm. Learning to be with yourself is such an important message, I'll say, And you did have a series, I saw it in Sana, The Art of Doing Nothing.
Yes.
Where you have so many paintings of women who are just sitting there and basically doing nothing. But they're beautiful paintings, I'll say. And that got me thinking that, women, in I think all communities, I'll say, feel guilty about not doing anything. And that, Tanya, has beautifully depicted that in her paintings, and she urges women to give time to themselves and sit down and basically just try to find their themselves.
Correct. So the art of doing nothing is not watching TV, not watching Bollywood movies or something, or our Indian women are so busy. We hand feed our kids, we hand feed our husbands. We are always doing something. And same thing with me when I was a single parent. And it was I had to learn to do everything: cook, clean, earn, take the kids to Sunday school, and their birthday parties. Means I was working 7 days a week, nonstop. And eventually, now at this point, I learn how to do nothing. When I paint, I'm painting. I'm not doing anything else. When I cook, I cook. And when I sit with myself, I sit with myself. I meditate. And I do read a lot. And I encourage women to read a book a month or something. I just finished reading Joe Malone's My Story book. I finished. It's 400 pages. Beautiful. Wow. Very inspiring book. And I do read. I give myself, I meditate, and I go for my walks. So my body is my temple, and I take care of. When I take care of myself, my basket is full. I can give, and I can receive, and learn to receive. Women, please take care of yourself. Spend a little time. Take care of your hair, your feet, your nails. I'm not encouraging by spending money on it. You can do basic things. You can do many things. But it's a practice, and it takes time. It took me a time, and it's not an overnight. And don't yell and scream, tell everybody, I'm taking my time off now. No, just learn to walk away from things and just do nothing. So other thing is these paintings, there are 50 of them. They are right now displayed at my salon. Come and see them.
What's the name of your salon, and where is it?
It's called Spoil Me Salon. It's in Miramonte and Cuesta in Mountain View.
Okay.
1764 Miramonte Avenue, Blossom Alley Shopping Center. When you're facing Safeway, we are right next door to Pet Wash and Pet Food Express. And you can find Spoil Me in Mountain View. So those paintings have, another thing I was added was an animal. Elephants are the best mothers. So each painting, there's a woman, there's a picture of an animal in the back. There's an elephant, there's a lion. So we all have an eternal animal inside us. And I had to bring that animal to survive. So I'm out of survival now. I'm living my life for me now, for myself, to find who I am, what my needs are, what this body needs, what this mind and brain needs. And I paint, and I do travel with my art, and I have private collections and private collectors and a buyer. So support the artists with their beautiful art. Take a piece of me when you buy my painting. You take a piece of me with you.
Yeah. On that note, I'll remind again. Go to tanyamomi.com. It's a TANYAMOMI, right?
Correct.
.com. And talking about reading, she's also written a book called Return of the Goddess. Would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, so this is all my paintings till mid of 2022. My father's a writer, and he said, I want to see all your paintings in a book. And this was a really, it took me 4 years. It wasn't an easy journey, because writing a book is not easy. But this is basically all the paintings, the descriptions, everything in this book. And so the reason it says the Return of a Goddess, because as a mensch, you want to be a good human being, and that's what I want to be each day, is to be a good human being, a good person. That's what the Return of a Goddess is. And that's what the paintings are in there. You can see the paintings, you can read about it, and you can learn more about it. And then I'm working on my second book, and I got more stuff to work on. I'm always, there will be a new series coming in my eye.
So lovely to hear. And where can they get the book?
So the book is right now, it was on Amazon and I took it off Amazon. Right now I just have it because I'm working on so this is at the salon, it's there. So I just did a limited quantity of the books because I wanted to see, So this is where I have it with me.
You can always, reach out to her
Exactly.
via, her website or go to her salon and, it's doing so well. Look at her. She's looking so lovely. and in the end, Tanya, I've just been, observing you and looking at you and seeing how courageous you are to talk about your life journey. It takes courage, it takes guts to spill out your life, however hard it is, in front of public. And I truly appreciate you coming over, too off the cuff. I hope, it helps whoever's listening, men, women, or families. In the end, all I'll ask is, you like to give back to the community. What are your future plans, and any advice that you'd like to give to our audience?
So future plans, I continue painting, and I love to travel with my art. But due to COVID, I had a residency in France, I didn't go. I had a residency in Hungary, I didn't go. So hopefully, if things get better, I would love to travel with my art and do more, in-person showing. And then basically, I'm working on my second book, which is, I didn't talk about the partition.
Yes.
So I did not experience the partition. Yes. And there's a whole series, and I'm working on it on my book and working on that project, where I did have a privilege to go back to Pakistan when I was very young, and my mother is born in Lahore. My father's from Sheikhupura, and in 70s my dad got a special visa, and I remember going to my mother's home, and I was quite young at that time, and the whole neighborhood is gathered, and she's sitting and crying, and there's a whole mob of people, and it was just a strange kind of, not at that time I didn't understand what was going on and why she's crying. She's sitting in her home. This is the home she really wanted to, where she was born in Lahore. And that memory stayed with me. My Nani's side, she talked about the partition, how they moved back to their journey, but they didn't have a lot of tragedy. But my father, who was 11-year-old, and then they were refugee in India for 3 years. And people think, freedom, we all got freedom, but azadi and barbadi. Just remember, my father said we got barbadi 75 years ago. He's now 87 years old, and he tells me his story. So I'm telling their story through my art, Birds Without Borders. When I was sitting at the border, watching these birds going back and forth, but we have to take a visa. And then the clouds know no borders, the neighbors who never met again, the divided rivers, the Punjab. We all talk about only the Punjabis and the Punjab who went through this partition, who was divided, their homes were taken away. The lives of 2 million people were, 20 million people are uprooted, and 2 million are killed, and this is not a denial. People think, no, we got Azadi, yes, but just remember, I just want you to remember the people who sacrificed their life, people, their homes, they're complete, they never go back to see their homes. That's suffering. When you talk about Azadi, please give a homage to the people who give their life, and the mothers and the children and the young girls who throw themselves in the wells, which is my new series coming about, talking about women, about their sacrifice. We don't ignore things. And I just say, always remember where we come from. Always remember. And to women and men, if men is getting abused or something, please seek help. Women, please self-help. Talk to somebody who you trust, and get yourself enough knowledge and get yourself, your feet together, then get out. And it's not worth living life like that. It's not. Be a best daughter and a mother. And people who judge you, live your own life. Be your own person. So find your identity, who you are. So I can say, I know who I am. I'm a daughter, I'm a mother, I'm an artist. And then other thing is taking care of your well-being. And your rights. Right now, women's rights are taken away. Women used to have their rights. The abortion rights, which I painted a painting. We need men to support women. You are equal part of that baby. 50-50. So please, men, educate yourself. Women are not commodity. We are not just a piece of whatever you think. We are human beings. We are emotion. We are your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, your mother-in-law. So please stand tall with us and support us. And learn to do nothing and enjoy yourself. Enjoy that moment. And meditate and read a nice book.
I think a wonderful message. And you talked about partition, and I saw some of the paintings, at least one painting where you've used gauze in the painting, and gauze is used to put on our wounds.
Yes.
So what a very symbolic material to use. And yeah, talking about partition, I will say that a lot of sacrifice goes into getting your freedom. So use your freedom responsibly, and especially for us, and maybe later on generations too, because they will start to forget what happened during when we got a freedom and partition. So it's good to talk about it. There is a website, Partition Archives.
Yes, 1947.
1940.
Anita Balla has done an amazing job. She got 10,000 stories, and my father's in one of those stories. So all that stuff listening, and I when I was doing that series, I was going to say about the gauze. I wanted to bring that the pain which I didn't feel. So that's when it came to me, gauze. So most of my symbols in this painting is gauze.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know what to say anymore. Like Tanya, you've had I'll say a full life, a lot of ups and downs, and now I see you and I see a woman who's at peace with herself. So when you look back, do you have any regrets about anything in your life?
No, I really accepted it. Mindfulness, what it gave me is two things I do is forgiveness. Is important, very, very important, and gratitude. So I'm very grateful at this moment, and every moment, every time I see, every morning I do my gratitude. When I'm driving, I see a beautiful thing on the road, I say thank you, and forgiveness, because this is what they knew. This is how unhealthy, unwell, corrupt-minded this family was and is, that they put their garbage on me and pretend that they were in power. They were not. Weak people abuse strong people. Only a strong person can take abuse from a weak person. Insecure, jealousy, that the stuff, they're garbage. They're literally, I call them garbage people, because I keep my mouth clean. This is a garbage, and I don't put myself next to a garbage. I dust myself, stand up. Forgiveness is the biggest thing, and this is my journey. I learned from it, and today I'm sharing with you. Maybe if I was married to a wealthy guy, I had nothing else to do, somebody cooked and cleaned, maybe I didn't have this subject to talk about.
Everybody has a life journey, and you learn from your own experiences, I'll say. And especially in our generation, our parents, and you came from such a progressive family and such an open-minded family where they supported you. But most of our parents, always say love is all about sacrifice. It's about adjustment. And, but nobody talks about dignity and self-respect.
Yeah.
I think that is extremely important for every woman to think about when she is in a relationship. And that's how you can, roll like a goddess. There's a book I'm reading, so that's what it tells you also. Thank you, Tanya, for coming on Off the Cuff. It was heartwarming to talk to you. Thank you for sharing about yourself so openly. Wishing you the best. Your art is right here, and you are an amazing artist. And wishing you more success and a beautiful life ahead.
It is very honor. You're such a beautiful person. I'm really enjoying your company, and it's so nice meeting you at Sala. And here I am talking about my life. And the whole point you brought it, that this show is very meaningful and very powerful. So each speakers bring their own story and their truth, and then empower you. So have a wonderful, powerful 2023.
Absolutely. In the end, I'll only quote, there's saying that art enables us to find ourselves and lose ourselves at the same time. And I think it fits right there for Tanya. She found herself. Thank you. Take care. And keep listening to Off the Cuff with Namrita on Bolly 92.3 FM on Sundays at 9 a.m. Bye bye. Take care.
Shosha is a creative Indian restaurant located in the heart of Silicon Valley. Shosha is a woman-owned business that serves traditional Indian flavors assimilated with molecular gastronomy techniques. The best Indian bar with happy hours in the Bay Area serves handcrafted drinks inspired by flavors from India with modern craft cocktails that are presented in unique ways. Shosha is a modern take on traditional Indian cuisine. We specialize in corporate luncheon, anniversary celebrations, birthday parties, and catering. Do check us out for a memorable modern Indian dining experience. Shosha is located at 141 South Murphy Avenue in Sunnyvale, California.